Hunter, what are we gonna do, man? What are we gonna do? You gotta get me out of the fight with Ciampa. You can get me out of it, right? Johnny, I have been trying for the last 4 days to get you out of this matchup with Ciampa, but Vince is not budging. I have asked him at every opportunity I've gotten to cancel the match, but the old man isn't budging. Well, I don't want to fight Ciampa. No, he's gonna kill me. Look, Johnny, just come with me to my office tonight. We're gonna brainstorm what we can do about it. Alright? We'll come up with something. Well, I guess with that, hey, LS11 Universe, it's Zayn, and welcome back to WWE 2K22 Universe mode. Force a habit. Welcome back to Friday Night Smackdown. We're kicking the show off tonight with the new Intercontinental Champion. Owens stunned the world on Bad Blood when he threw Finn Balor off the top of a ladder through the outside of the ring and then dropped him onto a ladder with a powerbomb to win the Intercontinental Championship. And now Kevin Owens has said he's beaten, he's battered, he's bruised, but he wants to be a fighting Intercontinental Champion. Kevin Owens is out here tonight to kick us off on Friday Night SmackDown. He wants to take on one of the up-and-coming young stars of SmackDown. Because, ladies and gentlemen, next week on Super Smackdown, our big premiere episode of SmackDown, our first premiered weekly episode of 2K22, we will have a fatal 5-way match to determine who will challenge Kevin Owens at Survivor Series for that championship in just 3 weeks' time. And it looks like answering Owens' challenge tonight is a fellow champion. Tyler Bate, a young man that we have all said here in the LS11 Universe has a bright future ahead of him, a future main event player in the LS11 Universe tonight. One out of the SmackDown Tag Champions, Tyler Bate, stepping up to get his shot at fighting a singles champion in Kevin Owens. We don't quite have that fatal 5-way mapped out yet, as in who all is going to be in it yet, but that will be announced on Discord sometime in the next 7 days, so be sure to check there for all the latest updates on LS11 Universe. It's a great way to communicate with other fans of the channel. Tyler Bate has made his way to the ring. Bate and Owens going one-on-one here tonight, a matchup we have never seen in the LS11 Universe before. Tyler Bate, Kevin Owens. Here we go with our opening matchup of the evening. Owens immediately grabs Bate. Kevin Owens suplexes him down. Bate with a quick jab, though, and Tyler Bate answering back. Owens out of the way. Owens with a right hook. Went right on Zaguri. Bate out of the way. Tyler Bate gets him back to his feet. Shoves him back now. There's a jab from Bate. Owens counters. Owens with a super kick. Kevin Owens getting Bate back up to his feet, kicks him in the knee. Tyler Bate with a jab now, and Tyler Bate grabs Owens. Bate, look at the strength, the big strong boy. Airplane spin to Owens. Tyler Bate swinging him around. Going the other way now. My God, Tyler Bate drops him, and Bate having to stagger about for a moment. Owens trying to stagger back up to his feet now. Bate slams him down. And now Tyler Bate went for a standing moonsault. Kevin Owens out of the way. And now Owens kicks him in the ribs, punches him in the back. Owens now grabbing Tyler Bate. And Owens kicks him in the ribs. Kevin Owens scoops him up. And Kevin Owens powerbomb to Tyler Bate. Owens gets him back to his feet now. And Kevin Owens with a chop. And a kick now. Kevin Owens. No, Tyler Bate answers back. Bate with a chop now, and Tyler Bate grabs Owens. Bate gets him back up on his shoulders again. Bate's going to spin him around again. To do it once was impressive enough, but Bate going about it again. Spins him back around. Tyler Bate with the Intercontinental Champion going for a ride. And Bate drops him again, but makes himself dizzy again. Owens getting back to his feet. Owens with a chump and a jab now. Kevin Owens grabs Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate punches him in the head now, and Bate grabs Owens from behind. Tyler Bate with the Intercontinental Champion. Oh, he's got him by the arm. Tyler Bate. Oh, snaps the fingers. Shades at his friend Pete Dunne. Sends Owens to the outside. Now Tyler Bate following him. Keep in mind tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we got a huge night ahead of us. We're going to be having that big #1 Contenders Battle Royal in the main event. 8 of SmackDown's best vie for the opportunity to challenge Seth Rollins next week at Super Smackdown as Owens sends Bate off the announce table and back into the ring. Kevin Owens throws a super kick and goes to the top rope. Kevin Owens now. Whoa, Tyler Bate getting back to his feet. Owens, missile drop kick. Bate swats him away. Tyler Bate punches him in the back. And now Tyler Bate grabs the legs of Owens, dragging him towards the center of the ring. Tyler Bate turning Owens over, and Tyler Bate into a cover on the Intercontinental Champion. 1. No. Owens kicks out. And now Tyler Bate getting Owens back up to his feet. Tyler Bate. Whoa, look at this. Tyler Bate. Reverse Boston Crab is in on Owens. A reverse Boston Crab is in. Owens is riding Owens. Oh, Owens managed to get out of it. And now Kevin Owens with a chop. Owens grabs Bate and a suplex connects. Kevin Owens kicks him in the ribs. Owens pulls him in. Oh boy, here we go. Package power bomb from Owens. And now Kevin Owens, the big man, going to the top. Kevin Owens. Swanton! And now Owens is going to follow all that up with Stunner! 1, 2, 3. Tyler Bate gave it a great effort, but ultimately, the Intercontinental Champion gets the win. Kevin Owens puts down Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate, one day that man will be a champion in the singles division. I am positive of it. But tonight, Kevin Owens is just the better man. Picture perfect stunner. Bate goes down, and that was all she wrote. Kevin Owens gets the win. The Intercontinental Champion is on a roll. Ladies and gentlemen, we got more coming up next. But I've been told there's been a bit of a situation backstage that concerns the main event. Dunne. What do you want, Hunter? I'm here to break some news to you, John. There's been a slight change in management for the main event tonight. You are management. Yeah, and I've changed my mind. You're not going to be in the #1 Contenders Battle Royal tonight. Instead, I found you a replacement opponent. You're going to be in a singles match. But you're not going to be challenging for the World Championship next week. It is time for some tag team action now, ladies and gentlemen, as here comes the Genius of the Sky, Io Shirai, to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Tokyo, Japan, Io Shirai.
Io Shirai making her way to the ring. Shirai teaming up with an unlikely ally tonight to fight the faction known as Toxic Attraction in a tag team matchup. So Io Shirai makes her way to the ring. Shirai tonight teams up with Kaylee Ray. Kaylee Ray making her way to the ring out next. She's a woman that many people believe is on the verge of breaking through and becoming the next top star on Friday Night SmackDown. Kaylee Ray, Ray himself, Ray Wood, co-owner, vice president of the LS11 Universe, has straight up called this woman the true successor to the greatest female star in NXT, Tegan Nox, after her unfortunate departure from WWE. So Kaylee Ray and Io Shirai teaming up tonight. They're going to take on Toxic Attraction. Mandy Rose, Jacy Jayne, Gigi Dolan, Toxic Attraction making their way to the ring. Mandy Rose absolutely dominated in her match with Nikki ASH a few nights ago at Bad Blood. And that night she leads her team here tonight. Will they continue to remain undefeated in tag team action? Jayne and Dolan got a big victory a couple weeks ago in tag team action against Shotzi and Nikki ASH. So Toxic Attraction making their way to the ring. Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, Jacy Jayne. It is Jayne and Dolan in this tag team matchup. And it's going to be Io Shirai starting it off with Gigi Dolan. Without any further ado, here we go. So Shirai and Dolan lock up. Io Shirai, whoa, went for Hurricane Rana. Dolan power bombing the genius out of the sky, off of her feet and onto her back. Io Shirai now slung into the corner of Toxic Attraction, but Shirai turns it around into a moonsault. And now Shirai with an uppercut. Shirai fires away. Io Shirai. No. Countered by Gigi Dolan, who rolls her through into a cover. Rope break, though, for the save. And now Dolan grabs her. I don't know if this is a good idea. It didn't work too well last time. Well, Io Shirai caught her now, and Shirai throws her into the turnbuckle. Shirai now. Tag made to Kaylee Ray. And now Kaylee Ray is in. There's a slap from Dolan's. Gigi Dolan fires away, knee strike, spinning back kick, Pele kick, knocks her off her feet. And now Gigi Dolan picks up Kaylee Ray, throws her across the ring, off the ropes. Oh, they collide. And now Dolan with a tag made to Jayne. Here comes Jacy Jayne back into the ring, and Jacy Jayne runs her through. And there's another kick. Jacy Jayne knocking her down. Jacy Jayne, oh, runs over Kaylee Ray. And now Jayne picks her back up to her feet. Jacy Jayne with Kaylee Ray throws her at the corner. And now Kaylee Ray is the one to use it as a springboard into a tornado DDT. Oh, and Jacy Jayne gets out of the ring immediately. Oh, causes Kaylee Ray to go for a swanton and completely wipe out as she gets run over again. And now Jacy Jayne fires away. Jacy Jayne with a clothesline takes her down. Coming off the ropes. Elbow drop. Into a splash. Cover. One. No. It's broken up by Io Shirai. And now Gigi Dolan with a right hook to the back of Io Shirai. And now she throws Io Shirai out of the ring. Running body check there from Jayne. And now Jacy Jayne getting Kaylee Ray back to her feet. Kaylee Ray catches her. And Kaylee Ray gets her up. Kaylee Ray. Oh, into a submission hold here. Submission. Kevin Dunne, chill with the camera. Gigi Dolan gets in the ring, punches Kaylee Ray in the face. Breaks up and helps her tag partner clothesline. As Gigi Dolan and Kaylee Ray on the, or Gigi Dolan and Io Shirai on the outside. Right hook. It's blocked now, and now Kaylee Ray catches her. Kaylee Ray with a flatliner. Dolan takes down Shirai. There's a right hook now. Kaylee Ray fires away. Headbutt. A Glasgow kiss. As Gigi Dolan is wiped out has wiped out Io Shirai. JC Jane into a cover. 1, 2, no! Near fall there for Toxic Attraction. And Will went for a clothesline, got caught with a punch. And now Kaylee Ray throws her into the corner. And Kaylee Ray grabs onto her, head first into the turnbuckle. Has her back in the corner, tag made. Io Shirai is in. Kaylee Ray and Io Shirai. What are they looking for here? Assisted shoulder block off the top. Down goes JC Jane. Oh, and Io Shirai sprung to the top rope, no problem. Went for an elbow drop. Nobody home. Big kick there from JC Jane. 1, 2. It's saved by Kaylee Ray. And now Gigi Dolan grabbing Kaylee Ray, wipes her out of the ring. And now JC Jane pulls Io Shirai in, pops her up. Spinning power bomb. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Toxic Attraction continue to work as a well-oiled unit. Toxic Attraction continue to work together as a very formidable force. You see their stereo, they took down their opponents tonight. Kaylee Ray and Io Shirai are fantastic individuals, but they do not have the tag team experience that Toxic Attraction has. I hate to say it, but that's the truth. Toxic Attraction get the win. What the? Who the? That's not Nikki ASH, that's Nikki Cross! Nikki Cross! Jumping the SmackDown Women's Champion! Nikki Cross! Clothesline! Cross! Ambushing the SmackDown Women's Champion! The superhero is dead! And the crazed Nikki Cross has returned to Friday Night SmackDown. Nikki Cross is home. Nikki Cross is back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have some singles action up next, as this is a matchup that was added last minute. As here comes John Cena to the ring. Cena was supposed to be taking part in the main event tonight as part of the 8-man Battle Royal that would crown the number one contender to face Seth Rollins next week on Super Smackdown. But Triple H, well, John Cena, as I said, was supposed to be part of the main event, but Triple H, the SmackDown GM, decided otherwise, has pulled him from the main event, and has told him he'll give him a equally as prestigious match. I don't like where these kind of things go, usually. John Cena making his way to the ring. Mr. Hustle, loyalty, and respect himself. I think many people thought Cena was a shoo-in to be the next number one contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, especially after his big win over Johnny Gargano, but who is just as prestigious as fighting for the world title. Yeah, someone kind of gave me the idea this was coming.
And his opponent from Minnesota, weighing in at 257 pounds, Wagner.
Von Wagner, ladies and gentlemen. The last remaining member of the Robert Stone brand. Is all I can say there. Just... I I don't know if I've ever heard a crowd so united in favor of John Cena, who hits a huge crossbody on Von Wagner out of the gate. Von Wagner getting out of the way of the double axe handle. Wagner with a gut punch now. And again, Von Wagner. Cena with a chop into a drop kick. Last time we saw Von Wagner was also the first time we ever saw him where he was getting absolutely demolished by Brock Lesnar. Von Wagner rakes the back of Cena and throws him across the ring. Cena getting back to his feet. Clothesline. And now Cena with another one. Von Wagner trying to get back to his feet. He grabs onto Cena now. Von Wagner with Cena. Von Wagner off the ropes. Drop kick to the head of Cena. Cena swats him away. Now Cena ducks him. Hits the ropes. John Cena. Shoulder block. Cena with a pair of shoulder blocks. Pops him up and spins him out into the mat. And now John Cena. Oh, Von Wagner back to his feet. Runs into a drop kick. And Cena immediately turns him over. Cena. STF is in. STF is in. Von Wagner is down. And Von Wagner taps out. Cena just won in a matter of seconds. Locked Von Wagner into the STF. And that was it. Big win for Cena. Wait a minute. Robert Stone has started yelling at Cena. Where's Stone yelling? Cena! Those bullcrap, man! You and me, next week, Super Smackdown. But for now, get the hell out of here. I'm gonna get a warm-up match in. Well, Cena looking at Stone as if he's accepting Stone's challenge for next week. Cena's out. Stone about to make an open challenge. Well, Robert Stone challenging the SmackDown locker room. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, Odyssey Jones is back.
And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 351 pounds, the future, O'Grady Jones.
Odyssey Jones, the last time we saw him, he went to a fight with then hardcore champion Bobby Lashley, where he was speared into a breaker box. But now tonight, Jones is back. He is answering Robert Stone's challenge. It is great to see Odyssey Jones back on Friday Night SmackDown. I've always said I think this guy's got a lot of big potential in his future. So Odyssey Jones looking right out at Robert Stone. I got a bad feeling about this one if your name is Robert Stone. Here we go. Jones out of the gate with a clothesline. Odyssey Jones now right hook knocks him down. Odyssey Jones. Oh, a headbutt. Headbutt to the back of Stone. And now Odyssey Jones kicks Robert Stone in the ribs. Odyssey Jones gets him up. And Jones, jackknife powerbomb. Big splash. 1, 2. Oh, he's decided not to yet. Jones now goes for a kick. Stone with a leaping clothesline trying to take down the big man. Oh, what a punch to the back of the head. Oh, Rob Stone, you should have known this was coming. Jones gets a run-up on it this time, decides we're done. 1, 2, 3. Odyssey Jones is back on SmackDown. He is back with a purpose. A pair of splashes to Robert Stone. And we're just going to see that last one a few times, I guess. Odyssey Jones is back. This big man is here to stay. Ladies and gentlemen, up next is our main event. Up next is the 8-man Battle Royal, but I've been told that we've had a moment to talk with one of the competitors backstage before the Battle Royal. They've called me the ultimate opportunist for most of my career. Tonight I'm going to take the opportunity presented before me. I'm going to become the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship because I vowed the day I was told I was cleared to come back to the ring that I was going to be a world champion again. And I've yet to accomplish that goal. Instead, I've been playing around in the tag division. But tonight, it's me and 7 other men. And I'm going to throw each and every one of them out of that ring. I'm going to take the opportunity, and I will beat Seth Rollins next week at Super Smackdown. Oh my God! Damien Priest! Priest is not part of the upcoming match! Sorry, old timer. Looks like you're losing that opportunity. Priest! With Edge! Punches him in the back. And Priest. Right hand to Edge. Oh God, Priest, no, not on the concrete. Priest. Razor's Edge to Edge. Well, Edge has been taken out. And we're moving into the main event. The winner of this Battle Royal faces Seth Rollins next week for the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of Super Smackdown. So we're going to get the competitors out here, hopefully. Eventually. Maybe. Possibly. Because we're starting off with a man who is still very young to WWE, still very new, still very fresh. Braun Steiner, the Breaker, making his way to the ring. Braun Steiner making his way to the ring. Steiner has been on fire since his arrival to SmackDown after NXT Fallout, and tonight he is the first man in this 8-man Battle Royal. Out next, former Intercontinental Champion, former Cruiserweight Champion, Ricochet. Ricochet, the one and only, making his way to the ring. He's a man that's got a lot of history with Seth Rollins in his own right. The two have never competed on pay-per-view, but Ricochet has faced off with Seth Rollins many times in the past. So now tonight, the one and only looks to get his first world title opportunity against Seth Rollins. Many of the people in this matchup have history with Seth Rollins in one way or another. I say, Seth's a popular guy. As here comes a man that is looking for that long-awaited rematch with Seth.
And from Birmingham, England, weighing in at
Pete Dunne making his way to the ring. The Bruiserweight took Rollins to the limit just a few weeks ago, or just a month ago now at Clash of Champions when he challenged Rollins for that World Heavyweight title. Many thought Dunne might make it happen. Thought Dunne in his first match on pay-per-view might win the SmackDown World Heavyweight Championship, but ultimately Seth Rollins came away with the win that night. But Pete Dunne believes in himself, believes that with one more opportunity he might be able to do it. Pete Dunne making his way to the ring. Out next is a man who has somehow never been world champion in the LS11 Universe. He's had a handful of opportunities in his day. Many people have thought every time he gets a shot at the title, there are many people in the audience who believe it's going to be that night will be the night that the Viper claims the championship. Randy Orton making his way to the ring. So Randy Orton making his way to the ring. Orton, hey, look, fourth wall right from that. This guy takes so long. Randy takes so long with his damn entrance, and he's getting him. I've got nothing to talk about. But the Viper, former SmackDown Tag Team Champion, he had a match with Seth Rollins a couple weeks ago. It was his break back into singles competition. He did come up short on that night, but Randy Orton, maybe with one more opportunity, he might be able to be the one to dethrone Rollins for that world title. So the Viper is here. Randy Orton is here. Out next, the man that Triple H added to the match after he claimed there was a conspiracy against him here on SmackDown, Sami Zayn making his way to the ring. SmackDown's great liberator. Sami Zayn making his way to the ring. As I just called him, the Great Liberator. Sami Zayn has been a former tag team champion, and that is it for Sami Zayn. His mentor, El Generico, is a former United States champion. But they're obviously very different people. Sami Zayn makes his way to the ring. Out next, Austin Theory. Tonight could be a town down. Could be Theory's night. This young guy's got everything to prove tonight, everything to gain from a victory. Theory only just made his LS11 return at the beginning of this season after a hiatus in Season 2. Austin Theory makes his way to the ring. Out next, a man who was Cruiserweight champion this time last week has lost the championship, but has earned his opportunity after an incredible Cruiserweight title run to get an opportunity to upgrade into the World Heavyweight title picture. A man who says that he is ready to show the world what he can do as part of the upper divisions on SmackDown now that he is no longer Cruiserweight champion. It is Chad Gable, former Olympic athlete. And finally now, it was supposed to be Edge, but at the attack backstage, Damien Priest, the Archer of Infamy, stepping into Edge's spot in this Battle Royal. Damien Priest challenged for the World Heavyweight title just a few nights ago at Bad Blood and came up short.
249 pounds, Damien Priest.
So Damien Priest makes his way to the ring. Priest joining this matchup, as I said, stealing Edge's spot, but there's nothing that can be done about it at this point. The main event is about to begin. Damien Priest is here. Here we go. It's going to be a full-on mosh pit to start it off here. As Sami Zayn going after Braun Steiner. Zayn with an exploder suplex. Damien Priest taking down Chad Gable. Pete Dunne looking for an early elimination over Austin Theory. Sami Zayn went for a standing moonsault. Ricochet going after Randy Orton. As I said, it's going to be an absolute mosh pit. No one can leave the ring unless the only way to be eliminated is to be thrown over the top rope. Both feet touching the floor. Uppercut from Sami Zayn. Big neck breaker from Randy Orton. Chad Gable trying to get some revenge on part of Edge. As Pete Dunne gets thrown over the top rope. Chad Gable goes after Damien Priest. And now Steiner. Oh, Steiner throws an elbow at Priest. Gable and Steiner double teaming Priest. Oh, Pete Dunne grabs Braun Steiner. Oh, Austin Theory could be on the verge of getting the first elimination. Sami Zayn could be the first one out. He fights out of it though. Dunne with a German to Steiner. And now Gable. Oh, Theory's eliminated, as is Priest. 2 eliminations back to back. Oh, I thought Pete Dunne might be joining them for a moment. Sami Zayn puts Ricochet in the corner. Pete Dunne. Oh, he gets caught. Steiner. Oh, drop kick from Gable. And now Sami Zayn could be looking for elimination number 3. Ricochet could be on his way out. Ricochet hangs on though. Now Randy Orton throws Pete Dunne across the ring. Gable with a knee strike to Steiner. Steiner dodges him, kicks out the knee. Braun Steiner knocks him back. Steiner with a clothesline to Gable. Ricochet springboard, went for a Pele kick. And now Randy Orton drops Pete Dunne. Steiner with a spear to Orton. Braun Steiner spears Randy Orton. Steiner. Oh, Sami Zayn sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. Now Ricochet puts Pete Dunne over the top rope. Ricochet eliminates Pete Dunne. Randy Orton spike DDT to Chad Gable. Steiner with a right hook to Ricochet. And now Steiner eliminates Ricochet. We're down to 4. Randy Orton now stun gun to Gable. Steiner with a clothesline to Orton. Braun Steiner now. Steiner. Military press. Power slam to Orton. Randy Orton's down. Braun Steiner. This could be huge. Steiner eliminates Orton. Braun Steiner just single-handedly eliminated Randy Orton. Orton was arguably the favorite to win the whole thing. And now Sami Zayn throws Steiner over the top rope. Gets kicked in the face for his troubles. And now Steiner grabs Gable. Steiner. Gable's chances of winning just drastic went down. Sami Zayn with a reverse DDT to Steiner. And now Sami Zayn with Steiner. What is Zayn thinking here? Sami Zayn puts him in the ropes. Sami Zayn! Sami Zayn just won! Sami Zayn took advantage of Steiner Iron Manning his way through this matchup and then eliminates him from behind.
Here is your winner,
Sami
Sami Zayn.
Zayn is going to Super Smackdown next week to challenge Seth Rollins. You see what I just did there? Do you see what I just did? I just proved all those conspiring against me wrong. Next week, Super Smackdown, Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. I have all the adrenaline in my soul right now, and next week, the smoke and mirrors are gone. I will dash the conspiracies against me. I will take SmackDown's biggest nightmare and turn it into my dream. I will take your precious star, Seth Rollins, and ground him into nothing but dust. Next week, I will go from undesirable to undamn deniable. The World Heavyweight Championship will be mine. I've been Xander, and that was Universe.